Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to step into 2025, I want to remind you of one simple yet profound truth: your life is your responsibility. Not your neighbors, not your friends, not society's. If you want your life to grow, you must stop trying to manage others and start mastering yourself. As we stand at the threshold of 2025, it is vital that we embrace a principle that will define the trajectory of our lives: focus only on yourself. This is not selfishness, it is stewardship. It is the recognition that the life you've been given is yours to live, yours to shape, and yours to fulfill. The distractions of the world, its comparisons, competitions, and opinions are merely noise. To hear the music of your destiny, you must silence that noise and turn your attention inward. The truth is, most people live as spectators in their own lives. They are constantly observing others, measuring their worth by someone else's accomplishments, and adjusting their pace to match someone else's rhythm. But let me ask you, can a runner win a race while looking over their shoulder? Can a builder construct a masterpiece while staring at another man's work? The answer is no. Growth requires focus, and in 2025, your focus must be on yourself. To focus on yourself begins with a deep and honest act of self-discovery. Who are you? Not the image you present to the world, not the expectations others have placed on you, but the core of who you are. Too many people spend their lives chasing goals they never chose, walking paths they never designed, and living lives they never wanted. They are like a ship without a compass, drifting wherever the wind blows. But a life of purpose cannot be built on uncertainty. In 2025, you must take the time to discover who you truly are. Your identity is the foundation upon which your destiny is built. And once you have clarity about who you are, the next step is focus. Focus is the ability to channel your energy and attention toward what truly matters. But focus is not just about what you choose to look at, it is also about what you choose to ignore. The world will always be full of distractions. There will always be someone who seems to be doing better than you, someone who criticizes your choices, or a shiny opportunity that tempts you to abandon your path. But in 2025, you must learn to guard your focus like a treasure. Because where your focus goes, your energy flows. Think of a magnifying glass. When sunlight is scattered, it has no power. But when concentrated, it can ignite a fire. Your life works the same way. If your energy is scattered among too many things, you will accomplish little. But when you concentrate your efforts on what truly matters, you will create something powerful. And the beauty of focus is that it multiplies your efforts. When you focus on your growth, your habits, and your potential, you will begin to see exponential results. However, focus alone is not enough. In 2025, you must also learn to master your time and energy. Every day is a gift, and every hour is a seed. Where you plant your time determines what you will harvest in the future. Many people waste their energy on things that do not matter: arguments, regrets, and distractions. But let me tell you, your time is too valuable to waste. You were created for a purpose, and every moment you spend on something that does not serve that purpose is a moment lost forever. Mastering your time also means setting priorities. Not everything deserves your attention, and not every opportunity is worth pursuing. In 2025, you must learn to say no to the good so you can say yes to the best. What you focus on reflects what you value, and your values will determine the quality of your life. If you value growth, you will invest in learning, discipline, and self-improvement. If you value approval, you will spend your energy chasing validation. The choice is yours. And let me say this clearly: stop blaming and start building. Life is not fair, and challenges will come. But blaming your circumstances will not move you forward. Every time you blame someone else for your situation, you give away your power. Growth begins the moment you take ownership of your journey. You may not control what happens to you, but you can always control how you respond. In 2025, make a decision to stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the architect of your future. And as you focus on yourself, remember this: when you nurture your own garden, it will bear fruit. Imagine a farmer who spends all his time staring at his neighbor's field while neglecting his own. Will his crops grow? Of course not. The same is true for you. Your success is not determined by what others are doing, it is determined by what you do. When you focus inward, outward success will follow. This is not an easy journey. Focusing on yourself requires discipline, commitment, and courage. It means turning away from distractions and facing the truth about who you are and where you want to go. It means refusing to let fear, doubt, or comparison hold you back. But the reward is worth it. When you focus on yourself, you will discover a strength you never knew you had. You will uncover talents and abilities that have been lying dormant. And you will begin to build a life that reflects your true potential. Your life is your responsibility. You cannot grow if you spend your energy comparing or competing. Your future depends on what you build. As we continue to reflect on the importance of focusing only on yourself in 2025, let us delve deeper into a fundamental truth: self-discovery precedes success. You cannot fulfill your potential until you know who you are and what you are capable of. Everything you hope to achieve, every dream you aspire to realize begins with understanding yourself. Too often, people chase success without a clear sense of identity. They adopt goals that society celebrates, follow paths that others have paved, and strive for achievements that do not resonate with their true nature. But let me tell you, success that is not rooted in authenticity is hollow. It may bring temporary satisfaction, but it will never bring lasting fulfillment. That is why self-discovery is not optional, it is essential. Self-discovery is the process of peeling back the layers of external expectations to uncover the essence of who you are. It requires you to confront uncomfortable questions. What do you truly desire? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What motivates you and what drains you? This process demands honesty, vulnerability, and courage. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. When you discover who you are, you gain clarity about what you were created to do. Purpose is not something you find outside yourself, it is something you uncover within. The answers you seek about your life's direction are already inside you, waiting to be revealed. But you cannot access them if you are distracted by comparisons, consumed by competition, or preoccupied with external validation. Think of a tree. Its ability to grow tall and bear fruit depends on the depth of its roots. If the roots are shallow, the tree will wither at the first sign of a storm. But when the roots are deep, the tree stands firm no matter the challenges it faces. Your identity is your root system. The deeper your understanding of who you are, the stronger you will be in the face of adversity, and the more fruitful your life will become. Self-discovery also reveals your unique potential. Each of us is born with gifts, talents, and abilities that are meant to be developed and shared. But you cannot maximize what you do not recognize. If you do not know your strengths, how can you use them? If you do not understand your limitations, how can you overcome them? In 2025, make it your mission to explore and embrace your uniqueness. The world does not need another copy of someone else, it needs the authentic version of you. But let me caution you, self-discovery is not a one-time event, it is a lifelong journey. As you grow and evolve, so does your understanding of yourself. That is why it is important to regularly reflect, reassess, and realign. Take time to examine your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Pay attention to what excites you, what frustrates you, and what inspires you. These are clues to your identity and indicators of your purpose. And remember, self-discovery is not about perfection, it is about progress. You do not have to have all the answers immediately. The key is to take the first step and trust the process. The more you learn about yourself, the more empowered you will become. And the more empowered you are, the greater your capacity to create a life of meaning and impact. Your potential is vast, but it is also dormant until you awaken it. Just as a seed contains the potential to become a mighty tree, you contain the potential to achieve greatness. But that potential will remain unrealized until you nurture it through self-awareness, self-acceptance, and self-mastery. This is why self-discovery is the foundation of success. It unlocks the door to your potential and equips you to step into your destiny. You cannot fulfill your potential until you know who you are and what you are capable of. In 2025, let self-discovery be your priority. Take the time to explore, to reflect, and to uncover the truth about yourself. Because the better you know yourself, the better you can live a life that is true to your purpose and aligned with your vision. Let us now consider another principle that will shape your journey in 2025. Focus sharpens purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides your life, but focus is the lens that magnifies its power. The clearer your focus, the more powerful your actions, and the more aligned your steps become with your destiny. We live in a world drowning in distractions. Every day, we are bombarded with information, opinions, and opportunities that pull us in countless directions. But let me remind you, distraction is the enemy of destiny. It steals your time, drains your energy, and scatters your attention, leaving you frustrated and unfulfilled. In 2025, you must make a conscious decision to eliminate distractions and channel your focus toward what truly matters. Focus is not just about doing more, it is about doing what is meaningful. It is the ability to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important, between what is temporary and what is timeless. When you lack focus, your energy is diffused and your efforts are diluted. But when you are focused, you gain clarity, precision, and power. Like a laser beam, your concentrated energy has the ability to cut through obstacles and achieve extraordinary results. To sharpen your focus, you must first identify your priorities. Ask yourself what truly matters to me. What are the goals, values, and dreams that define my purpose? Write them down, revisit them often, and let them guide your decisions. Clarity is the foundation of focus. The more clearly you define what you want, the easier it becomes to align your actions with your intentions. But clarity alone is not enough. You must also cultivate discipline. Discipline is the bridge between intention and execution. It is the daily choice to stay committed to your goals, even when distractions arise, even when the path gets difficult, and even when progress seems slow. In 2025, discipline must become your ally. Train your mind to stay centered, your actions to remain consistent, and your heart to stay steadfast in the pursuit of your purpose. Let me share an analogy. Imagine a photographer with a camera. The purpose of the camera is to capture a beautiful image, but if the lens is out of focus, the image will be blurry, no matter how stunning the subject is. The same is true for your life. Your purpose may be extraordinary, but if your focus is unclear, your actions will lack impact. However, when the lens is adjusted, the picture becomes sharp and its beauty is revealed. That is the power of focus. It brings your purpose into clear view and enables you to act with precision. Distractions are inevitable, but they are not insurmountable. The key is to recognize them for what they are: detours that delay your progress. In 2025, you must develop strategies to guard your focus. Limit the time you spend on activities that do not contribute to your growth. Surround yourself with people who support your vision instead of pulling you away from it. And most importantly, learn to say no to what does not align with your purpose. Every time you say no to a distraction, you are saying yes to your destiny. Focus also requires presence. Too often we are consumed by regrets about the past or worries about the future, and we miss the opportunities of the present moment. But success is built in the now. In 2025, train yourself to be fully present in whatever you are doing, whether it is working toward your goals, spending time with loved ones, or reflecting on your journey. When you are fully present, your actions become more intentional, your efforts more impactful, and your life more meaningful. Let me remind you, focus is not just a skill, it is a mindset. It is the decision to prioritize what matters over what is trivial, to choose progress over procrastination, and to stay committed to your purpose even in the face of distractions. It is the understanding that every moment you spend focused on your goals brings you closer to their realization. In 2025, let focus be your guiding principle. The clearer your focus, the more powerful your actions. Distraction is the enemy of destiny. Guard your focus, sharpen your purpose, and watch as your life begins to align with the greatness you were created for. As we continue to explore the principles that will transform your life in 2025, let us turn to one of the most precious resources you possess: time and energy. These are the currencies of life, and how you spend them determines what you achieve, who you become, and the legacy you leave behind. If you want to master your life, you must first master your time and energy. What you prioritize reflects what you value. Take a moment to think about where your time goes each day. Are your actions aligned with your goals, or are they dictated by distractions? Do you spend your energy on things that bring you closer to your purpose, or are you caught up in tasks that leave you drained and unfulfilled? These questions are not just philosophical, they are practical. Because the way you use your time and energy shapes your results. Time is the one resource that is equally distributed to everyone. Whether you are rich or poor, young or old, you have the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not how much time they have, it is how they use it. Successful people understand that time is finite, and they treat it as a valuable asset. They do not waste it on trivial pursuits or idle distractions. Instead, they invest it in activities that align with their values, goals, and vision. Energy, on the other hand, is the force that powers your time. You can have all the time in the world, but without the energy to use it effectively, your time will be wasted. That is why mastering your energy is just as important as mastering your time. Energy is not infinite, it must be managed, replenished, and directed with intention. Pay attention to what energizes you and what drains you. Align your energy with your priorities, and you will find that your productivity and satisfaction increase exponentially. Mastering your time and energy requires intentionality. It begins with setting clear priorities. Ask yourself, what are the most important areas of my life? What are the goals that matter most to me? Once you have clarity, organize your time around those priorities. You use tools like schedules, to-do lists, or calendars to ensure that your actions align with your values. And remember, saying yes to one thing often means saying no to another. Be mindful of what you are choosing to prioritize, because every choice has a cost. Another key to mastering your time and energy is eliminating time wasters. In today's world, it is easy to fall into the trap of endless scrolling, mindless entertainment, or unproductive conversations. These activities may feel harmless, but they chip away at your time and energy, leaving little room for what truly matters. In 2025, commit to identifying and minimizing these distractions. Replace them with habits and practices that contribute to your growth, such as reading, learning, planning, or reflecting. Rest is another essential component of mastering your energy. Too often we equate busyness with productivity, but the truth is, constant activity without rest leads to burnout. Rest is not a sign of weakness, it is a strategy for sustainability. In 2025, make rest a priority. Schedule time to recharge your mind, body, and spirit. Whether it is through sleep, exercise, meditation, or recreation, find what restores your energy and make it non-negotiable. Let me emphasize this: where you invest your time determines your results. If you spend your time on things that are unproductive, your results will reflect that. But if you invest your time in activities that align with your goals, you will see progress. The principle is simple yet profound: you reap what you sow. Every hour you spend working on your dreams, building your skills, or nurturing your relationships is an investment that will pay dividends in the future. Mastering your time and energy also requires learning to delegate and let go. You cannot do everything yourself, and you should not try. Focus on what you do best and entrust others with tasks that do not require your unique skills. Delegation is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of wisdom. It allows you to direct your time and energy toward what truly matters while empowering others to contribute their strengths. Finally, remember that time and energy are not just about productivity, they are also about purpose. The ultimate goal of mastering your time and energy is not to do more, but to do what matters. It is about aligning your daily actions with your highest values and living a life of intention, impact, and fulfillment. In 2025, Let this principle guide you. What you prioritize reflects what you value. Where you invest your time determines your results. Master your time, guard your energy, and watch as your life transforms into a reflection of what you truly care about. In 2025, one of the most transformative decisions you can make is to stop blaming and start building. Life is full of challenges, setbacks, and injustices, but your growth and success are not determined by what happens to you, they are determined by how you respond. You cannot control every circumstance, but you can always control your attitude and actions. Growth begins the moment you take ownership of your journey and refuse to be a victim of circumstances. Blame is a thief. It robs you of your power and leaves you feeling helpless. Every time you blame someone else for your situation, you are giving away the authority to change it. Blame says, it's their fault, not mine. In doing so, it absolves you of responsibility. But let me remind you, responsibility is not a burden, it is a privilege. It is the key that unlocks the door to your potential. In 2025, make a commitment to stop pointing fingers and start taking ownership of your life. Taking ownership means acknowledging where you are without excuses and accepting that you have the power to change. It requires you to look at your circumstances honestly and ask, what can I do to improve this situation? It is not about denying the difficulties you face, it is about refusing to let those difficulties define you. Challenges are inevitable, but they are also opportunities for growth. When you take ownership of your growth, you transform obstacles into stepping stones. Consider this: a builder does not blame the weather for a delayed project or complain about the quality of the materials. Instead, they adapt, innovate, and find solutions. They understand that their responsibility is to complete the structure, regardless of the challenges. In the same way, you are the builder of your life. Your job is not to lament the obstacles, but to use them as tools to construct a stronger foundation. Refusing to be a victim of circumstances also means shifting your mindset. Victimhood keeps you stuck in a cycle of passivity and resentment. It says, I can't move forward because of what they did or because of what happened to me. But a builder's mindset says, I will move forward despite what happened to me. It is a mindset of resilience, determination, and creativity. It is the belief that no matter how difficult the situation, there is always a way to grow. Let me tell you this, there will always be reasons to blame. You can blame your upbringing, your environment, your resources, or even bad luck. But none of these excuses will change your situation. Blame keeps you focused on the problem, while ownership shifts your focus to the solution. In 2025, choose to focus on solutions. Ask yourself, what can I do with what I have? How can I turn this setback into a setup for success? When you stop blaming, you reclaim your power. You begin to see yourself as an active participant in your life rather than a passive recipient of circumstances. You take responsibility for your choices, your actions, and your results. And as you do, you start to build momentum. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Every decision you make in alignment with your growth strengthens your foundation. Building your life is not an overnight process, it is a journey. There will be times when the progress feels slow and the challenges feel overwhelming. But do not lose heart. The greatest structures in the world were not built in a day, they were built brick, with patience and perseverance. In the same way, your success will be built one choice at a time, one action at a time, and one day at a time. And let me emphasize this, building your life is not about perfection, it is about progress. You do not need to have all the answers or get everything right the first time. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Every effort you make to improve yourself, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. No matter your challenges, take ownership of your growth. Refuse to let your circumstances dictate your future. The power to change your life is in your hands, and it begins the moment you decide to stop blaming and start building. In 2025, let this principle guide you. The life you want is waiting for you to create it, and it starts with taking responsibility for your journey. As we continue this journey of self-transformation for 2025, I urge you to grasp a simple but profound truth: what you focus on multiplies. This principle shapes your outcomes, influences your environment, and ultimately determines the quality of your life. When you nurture your own garden, it will bear fruit. When you focus inward and cultivate what lies within you, outward success becomes a natural result. Your attention is one of your most powerful tools. Wherever you direct it, energy flows and growth follows. Think of it like sunlight and water for a plant. If you consistently nourish your own garden, the seeds you have planted will thrive. But if you neglect your garden to admire someone else's or waste your energy chasing what does not belong to you, your own soil will remain barren. In 2025, commit to tending your own garden, your talents, your purpose, and your dreams, and watch how it begins to flourish. Focusing inward means shifting your energy away from external comparisons and distractions. Too often we look at the successes of others and feel inadequate. But let me remind you, the fruit you see in someone else's garden did not grow overnight. It took time, effort, and consistent care. Your own garden has the same potential, but it requires your focus. The grass is not greener on the other side, it is greener where you water it. This principle applies to every area of your life. When you focus on your strengths, they grow stronger. When you focus on learning, your knowledge expands. When you focus on gratitude, you attract more blessings. But the opposite is also true. When you focus on fear, it multiplies. When you focus on lack, it deepens. When you focus on problems, they seem larger. That is why it is so important to guard your focus and direct it toward what you want to grow. Your garden is unique. The seeds within you, your abilities, passions, and aspirations are unlike anyone else's. Comparing your growth to someone else's is not only unfair but also unproductive. Each person's journey is different, and each garden bears fruit in its own season. In 2025, embrace your uniqueness. Focus on cultivating what makes you special, and trust that your efforts will produce results in due time. Let me share an example. Imagine an artist working on a painting. If they keep looking at someone else's canvas, they will lose focus and make mistakes on their own. But when they concentrate on their work, their creativity flows, and their masterpiece begins to take shape. The same is true for your life. When you focus on your goals and your growth, you give yourself the best chance to succeed. Focusing inward does not mean ignoring the outside world. It means prioritizing the inner work that leads to outward success. It is about developing your character, sharpening your skills, and clarifying your vision. When you invest in yourself, the results will naturally radiate outward. People will see the fruit of your labor not because you chased after it, but because you cultivated it from within. But let me caution you, focus requires discipline. In a world full of distractions, staying centered on your own path can be challenging. You will encounter people and situations that tempt you to compare, compete, or divert your energy. Resist the urge. Remember, every moment spent worrying about someone else's garden is a moment not spent nurturing your own. Stay committed to your growth and let your progress speak for itself. In 2025, practice mindfulness. Pay attention to where your thoughts and energy are going. Are you focusing on possibilities or problems? Are you nurturing your dreams or feeding your doubts? Every time you catch yourself drifting toward negativity or comparison, redirect your focus back to your goals. Like a gardener pulling weeds, clear your mind of distractions and make room for what truly matters. When you focus inward, outward success will follow. This is not a matter of luck, it is a law of life. The world you create around you is a reflection of the world you cultivate within you. By nurturing your talents, honing your skills, and aligning your actions with your purpose, you position yourself for success. Your garden will bear fruit not because of chance, but because of your consistent care and attention. Remember this principle as you move forward: what you focus on multiplies. Direct your attention wisely, nurture your own garden, and watch as your life begins to blossom in ways you never imagined. In 2025, let your focus be your greatest ally, and let your growth be your greatest reward. As you stand on the threshold of 2025, I challenge you to take this journey inward with boldness and conviction. The principles we have explored today, focusing on yourself, embracing self-discovery, sharpening your purpose, mastering your time and energy, taking ownership of your growth, and nurturing your own garden, are not just ideas, they are keys to unlocking the greatness that already lies within you. Your life is your responsibility. No one else will build it for you, and no one else can limit what you are capable of achieving. The potential within you is vast, but it demands your commitment, your discipline, and your focus. Stop looking outward for validation or comparison, and start investing inward where your true strength resides. You cannot grow by blaming, you grow by building. You cannot succeed by scattering your attention, you succeed by sharpening your focus. And you cannot fulfill your destiny by chasing the lives of others, you fulfill it by cultivating the life you were uniquely designed to live. This is your year to take control, to rise above distractions, and to transform challenges into stepping stones. Let your focus become the force that propels you forward. Let your purpose guide every decision, and let your actions reflect the greatness of your vision. Remember this, your future is not in the hands of fate, circumstance, or chance. It is in your hands. What you nurture will grow. What you build will stand. And what you focus on will multiply. So go forth with courage, clarity, and determination, and make 2025 the year you step fully into the life you were born to create. Your life is your responsibility. The world is waiting for the impact only you can make. Seize it, build it, live it. The time is now.